I apologize for the abrupt message. I'm from a finance company, and I'm calling in regards to your father's debt. You're my Mary, right? Are you aware that tomorrow is my father's first memorial anniversary? I think you're mistaken. The name has changed, but the icon is still the gold Bitcoin. About 10 years ago, setting it as your icon was rumored to bring better financial luck, and it became a trend, didn't it? That's why it happens to be the same. It's very common for people to use the same icon. This is not a good time. I'm busy getting ready for tomorrow, okay? It's not okay. I'm not your brother's wife. We need to settle this matter. Well, you just admitted it, didn't you? Huh? My Mary could be my husband's sister, but you said yourself brother's wife. I couldn't help but burst into laughter. You're single, right? If you know that, then you are my Mary after all. That's, financier intuition. Intuition is very important in this business. Then how did you know my number? It's a unique information network. What kind of information network? A lot of shady stuff and whatnot? Anyway, I'm not your Mary. May I continue? But your name is Mike Tramp. It's Trump. My Mary, who loves money, got the idea from watching the election. It's so obvious. I know what my Mary likes. It's my real name. So you're going to go with Tramp to the end. It's not Tramp. Got it? Got it. So what can I do for you, Mr. Self-Proclaimed Financier? You're a co-signer for your father. You're obligated to pay $300,000. Huh? That can't be true. I think you've got the wrong person. Are you trying to evade? There's no way our father owes money. He wouldn't go out of his way to tell his daughter that. There must have been some unavoidable circumstances. Please don't do this. That's impossible. How can you be so sure? My father always told my brother and me that he would work until retirement, and then he and Mom would have enough money for a nursing home, so they wouldn't burden us. He was a very solid man. What? And yet he left no inheritance to his son? I knew it. Is that what my brother told you? Is this my Mary? No. I looked it up through the company's contacts. I've never heard of a financial company looking into the circumstances of an inheritance. It smells fishy. That's a trade secret. It's fishy. Complaining won't change the fact that your father owes us money. You have to pay what you owe. Even if that's true, I don't remember being a co-signer. You probably signed some papers your father asked you to without realizing it. There are many cases like that. My father would never do such a thing. I told you he was a solid man, right? Is that really true? Maybe that's just your ideal image of him, isn't it? Huh? He may have just been hiding it from his family, but the truth is, he may have been spending it on girls. It's also possible that he was a heavy gambler. Can you please stop that? Don't be rude. But you don't have any physical evidence that it's absolutely impossible, do you? That's true, but think about it. This problem is exactly like Schrodinger's cat. You put a cat in a box that has 50% chance of emitting poison gas, and you don't know if the cat is alive an hour later until you open the box, right? I'm surprised you know about this. Until you open the box, you can't say that the cat is alive or dead. In other words, unless we confirm the truth with your father himself, we can't say he's a gambler or not. You can't judge a person by their appearance. That's a philosophical viewpoint that took root later, and it's not the original purpose and idea of the experiment. But it's a long story, so let's cut it short. Huh? I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. If you want to understand it properly, look it up yourself. No, I understand what you're saying. So you're saying that cats are liquid? Why do you say that? What? That's what you're saying, right? No, it's not. Well, cats do move in a liquid-like manner. There are papers written about it. What? Seriously? Yes. My father's beloved cat, Rain, was actually liquid. No wonder she was sleeping peacefully in a tiny vase. So, if you know about Rain, you're showing your true colors, aren't you? Mary. My Mary? Ah, no. I am not your brother's wife. Why don't you give up now? I'm Mike Tyson. Now you're a professional boxer? I don't get it. It was just a typo. You keep going off on tangents, so I got confused. Why don't you be serious? In the first place, you're doing this with a weak setup, so you're not getting anywhere at all. Your story is full of holes. You are obligated to pay $300,000 as a co-signer. That's wonderful. Do you want to push it? If you don't pay, we'll contact your workplace and garnish your wages. Is that okay? Even so, I don't think I'm obligated to pay. I'm not even a co-signer. If you refuse, we will hire a lawyer and claim damages for refusing to pay. Can you make such a claim based on false information? You could rack up an additional $100,000. What do you think? Scary, isn't it? Yeah, first I'm gonna discuss it with my family. The deadline is 1 week, so please make it as soon as possible. It's been a year since my father died suddenly in an accident, and I've barely gotten over it. It was so insensitive, I didn't even want to get angry. And too ridiculous. The next day, my brother and Mary came to the 1-year memorial service with an unsuspecting face and said, "The lesson of life is to obey lawyers and finance companies without talking." She left with these mysterious words. I was truly dumbfounded. Well, I could have left it alone, but I was curious as to why she was pretending to be a loan company employee and charging me money. So I talked it over with my brother, just like I told her I would. After hearing some interesting things, I decided to deal with her for a while longer. What's the meaning of this? The deadline for payment has long passed. I talked with my family and we decided not to pay. It's already been decided. I'll contact your workplace. Where do you work? Huh? You don't know? It's probably a dirty factory anyway. Give me the phone number. No. You're kidding, right? I wouldn't tell you if I knew you'd harass me. Then I'll tell the neighbors all about it. You don't want the story to spread, do you? Huh? Coercion? The deadbeat father of that house was a scumbag parent who put his family in debt. And if the parent is, then the daughter is. I can't believe you're trying to evade this. What an irredeemable family. Isn't that a bunch of lies? I don't think our neighbors will believe you. I've already gone through the yellow pages and left voicemails with every one of your neighbors. If you keep this up, it's going to spread throughout the area, okay? Huh? Stop it right now. Then, you want to transfer the money? Okay, I'll pay. I'll transfer the money. You should have said so from the beginning, right away. But you haven't shown me any paperwork and I don't trust you. I have all the documents. Take a picture and send it to me right now. It's a huge amount of paperwork and we're running out of time. Well, just scan it and email it to me. We don't have a scanner. Is there such a financial company nowadays? Okay, I understand. Then I'll go to your office to pick it up. What? Come to think of it, I haven't been told the name of the company. May I have the name of the company, address, telephone number, and name of the person in charge? No, it's not a well-known company. Asking for money without telling me the name of the company is like mugging me. That's illegal, isn't it? You're rude. I won't allow you to insult my company. Then tell me the name of the company and the location of the office. We are a very small company, so even if I tell you the name of the company, you won't be able to find the location on a map search on the internet. And it is very far from your house, so it would be difficult for you to come here now. That's why I texted you. The company I work for is quite lenient, and I can take a day off anytime. It doesn't matter if it's far or not. You must be working for a company that is about to go out of business at any moment. Let's put the rude remarks aside for now. Now, where is this place? Please tell me now so I can go there. Unlike you, we deal with a tremendous number of clients every day, so you can't just show up on the spur of the moment. I wouldn't be able to talk to you even if you came. I'll wait for as long as it takes. Tell me the name and location of your company right now. I found a scanner. I'll email it to you. That's very convenient. I'll send you the documents and the account number so you can transfer the money. If you make us wait any longer, we'll take legal action. I hope you're prepared for that. Ah, I finally got a call. I've been waiting for you. Huh? I looked at the documents and I laughed my head off. What's so funny? Did you make this yourself? It's an official document. But it says loan agreement. There's no way that's a typo. It's a typo an elementary school student would make, isn't it? Our company is very busy, so mistakes like this are rare. Sometimes the computer converts them on its own. It's an official document, right? That shouldn't happen. Everyone makes mistakes, right? So you made a mistake with the company name too? Huh? That can't be right. But it doesn't make sense. I'm checking the documents right now, but it's still called the Get Rich Finance Company. That's where I work. Why are you in the same office? What? It's strange that a company that's going out of business and a company with a lot of clients are at the same place. Huh? I mean, we don't have any employees called Mike Trump in the first place. Are you a scammer? I see. You want to fess up? You're just trying to get out of this by lying that you're an employee of a finance company. That's not going to happen no matter what you do. Will you admit it whether you want to or not? Did you really think we'd believe you when you talk like that? That's an excuse for someone who is trying to evade payment. I don't care. Okay, so I have no problem having you arrested. What? Trying to swindle me out of my money is attempted fraud. I told you, I'm following proper procedure. Furthermore, fabricating a loan document constitutes forgery of a sealed private document. That was just a typo. It's official. Using the name of our financial company without permission and pretending to be an employee to create those documents constitutes obstruction of business by deception. I'm a legitimate financier. Calling someone's neighbors and telling them lies is defamation. You can't just try to make me believe in all kinds of complicated words. I'm a financial professional after all. Why don't you just give up on this, Mary? I already know. Please? Even if I were a fake financier, it doesn't mean I'm your Mary, does it? I have evidence. Like what? When you came to our house for the 1-year anniversary, you turned to Rain and asked, "Are you liquid?" You walked up to Rain. I took a video of it just in case. Oh, you heard that? And you even filmed it? You can't use the excuse that you just happened to read a published paper about it by chance. Oh God, I get it. I admit it. At last, that took forever. You're so stupid. I thought it would work. Seriously? You work for Get Rich Loan? Yes, I have a 5-minute commute. No way! When I Googled it on the map app, it said it was about a 3-hour drive from your house. Maybe it's a get-rich-quick scheme? Huh? It seems there is another finance company with the same name. Our company often gets inquiries by mistake. Giving a weird name to the same finance company? Oh God. I don't know what to tell you. Seriously, I screwed up by making a mistake like this. I mean, it was obvious from the beginning. Oh well, it is what it is. Bye. What are you talking about? This is where it gets good. Huh? Why did you try to scam us out of $300,000 in the first place? A whim? Because you had a grand time with your lover using the money you saved up to buy a house from my brother's earnings, right? You spent every penny, didn't you? Oh shit! How do you... I talked to my brother about it after that first text from you, and he immediately checked his bank book and discovered it. You told my husband? That's $300,000. Is it any wonder? I told you I'd talk to my family about it. I thought you meant your mother. What have you done? My brother said he left all the money management to you, and he was sorry that he never noticed it. So, you betrayed my brother? So what? Our savings is our joint property, and I have every right to spend it. That's a given. It's disgusting that you spent my brother's hard-earned money on a lavish affair with a man you cheated on him with. Where's the proof that I cheated on him? You gave it to me yourself. What? The account holder of the account you designated to transfer the money to under the guise of Mike Trump is James Smith. How careless of you. Uh-oh. According to my brother, he was your ex-boyfriend in college. Is it still going on? Well, kind of. I just asked him to lend me his account for a bit, because I'd get busted if it were in my name. It seems like you went after my brother for just the money from the beginning, married him, and behind his back, you've been seeing your ex all this time. I can't allow this. If you would listen to me earlier, don't just say whatever. It's all just speculation. You brought Mr. Smith home during the day when my brother wasn't around, and the two of you were having a good time. What? Why? I heard that for 8 years of marriage, you told my brother you were infertile, but really, you were just using contraception. How do you know that? On top of that, for the last 2 years, you've been almost completely unintimate, giving some reason for it, like a woman's hormonal disorder or something. That's true! Even though you have a good time with your lover? Because for the past 2 weeks, my brother set up a camera in your home, and we've got perfect video and audio footage. I'm disappointed in my Mary. I misjudged you. Huh? You mean you took spy photos? Isn't that a crime? My brother was just trying to prevent crime. Then, he happened to catch you cheating on him. That was too careless. You think such a convenient lie will work? You're a bitch! You say that when we have proof? My brother worked hard to save money to have a happy life with you, even if he couldn't have children. And you betrayed him and trampled on his heart? That was up to him. He was just dreaming. It's the same with my father. You were talking about debt and all that from before the 1-year anniversary of his death. Didn't you think about how our relatives were mourning? You barged into our grief with your hands in our pockets. You replied to my message with a lickety-split smile, and you seemed unconcerned at the memorial service. My mother was depressed. I couldn't be depressed too. If I got depressed, my mother would fall apart, wouldn't she? The truth is, it was so hard that I wanted to scream and cry. You're so sad, but you're pretending that you're doing the best you can? What a bunch of crap. If you have time to be so gloomy, just give me the money. You're the worst kind of bitch. I beg your pardon? If you want to sue me, come on, anytime. When you get out of jail, we'll settle it. Why am I going to the joint? Don't make assumptions. I just told you. You'll be arrested for attempted fraud, forgery of a sealed document, and obstruction of justice. You said if I came clean, that would be off the table. I never said that. You've got to be kidding me. I don't want to be arrested. I've already filed a damage report. It's too late for that. Huh? That can't be. You're lying, aren't you? By the way, I heard that my brother is planning to charge both you and James Smith with damages and divorce you. Please keep that in mind. Why? Besides being arrested, I have to pay money? That's right. If my husband hadn't lied about not having an inheritance in the first place, none of this would have happened. My brother and I had discussed it and decided that all of my father's inheritance would be used to fund my mother's retirement. So we only have the remainder. What a waste! My brother is a kind man. He's much like my father was. He thinks differently from people like you who only see money. Well then, if that's the case, I'll make a settlement offer. No thanks. I haven't said anything yet. No matter what you say, it won't change the outcome. You'll have to hear my proposal. See, Schrodinger's cat? I don't need to hear what you have to say. The answer is no. Well then. Of course, Mary was arrested on various charges. I claimed damages for defamation and compensation for emotional distress. She was also sued for damages by the Get Rich Loan Company because she had misused their name. I was very sorry for my brother, who was very kind to me, but he divorced as a result. She and her ex-boyfriend, with whom she had been having an affair with, were billed for compensation, including the amount of money they had spent from the savings. The total amount of the payment claimed to her is said to be over $300,000. Mary has been working at night since her release from prison, paying her bills in installments. She lives in a one-room studio apartment with no bathroom and no toilet, and doesn't have enough food to eat. She says that her ex-boyfriend, with whom she had a falling out with, is living a similar life. As for Mary, who caused my brother grief and insulted my late father, I think she deserved it. As for me, my brother has returned to my parents' house, so I will live quietly with my family of 3 and my cat Rain, while thinking about my father.
Hey, where are you? How is the husband awake and the wife isn't around? Hurry up and bring me breakfast.
You're the one who woke up close to noon, and you have the nerve to say that. And besides, didn't you see the note in the living room? I'm on my way to my parents' house.
What? You're going home again this weekend? Jeez, it's been 6 months since your dad got sick. When is he going to pass away?
What did you just say?
It's nice that you care about your parents, but your number one priority is this husband of yours. And yet, you spend your weekends at your parents' house, even though you're a housewife. And you leave all the housework to me. I'm getting tired of being patient with you.
How dare you say such nasty things? The way you just said it, it's as if you want him to die as soon as possible. What's wrong with worrying about my father? I take care of the house during the week, so why are you complaining?
Of course it's not okay. I'm also working a full-time job during the week. So why should I do the housework on my day off? Your dad's been sick, so I have to eat takeouts on the weekends.
The only chores you have to do are your own laundry. And besides, I meal prep for you every weekend. You're just eating takeout just because you don't feel like eating my meal prep.
If you're a wife, you should at least know your husband's mood on the weekends. Don't get cocky with me when you can't even do that.
What?
Either way, it's pointless for you to visit him. Instead, you're in the way of his treatment. There is no need for you to visit him anymore. From now on, only go home when things are really bad. Alright? If you understand, come home right now and make me breakfast.
No, I'm not going home. In that case, according to your logic, his sickness is really bad. So, I'm heading to my parents' house today.
What?
I just got a call from the hospital. Dad's condition has suddenly changed, so I'm going to my parents' house.
What?
Anyways, take care of the house. If my dad passes away, I'll have to attend the funeral and everything, so I won't be back for a few weeks.
What? Stop joking around. I won't allow that. Who's going to take care of me during the few weeks that you're not here?
Take care of yourself. You're a grown man. That's the least you can do.
Stop joking around. You're going to neglect your husband when you're a housewife.
Why don't you think about my situation for a minute? Anyway, I'm in a hurry, so bye. If you want to vent, I'll listen to it later. Take care.
Mom, I saw your message. I'm so sorry to hear Grandpa is in critical condition. I was able to get the day off, so I'll head over there.
What? You went out of your way to take the day off?
Of course I did. I've been close with Grandpa since I was little. Besides, just in case the worst situation happens. I can't be going to work like this.
Kevin.
So, where are you now, Mom? I'll drive you to the hospital. I just took delivery of the car I bought the other day.
And you're still giving me a ride. You're so kind to me.
This is nothing. Let me guess. Did you and Dad have a fight again?
It's not even a fight. He still doesn't like that I go to visit every weekend. He even says, when is he going to pass away already? What a horrible thing to say.
Wow. Are you serious?
His wife's father is in critical condition, and all he thinks about is himself. He gets pissed off that there's no one to take care of him. That's why, Kevin, your kindness really touches my heart.
In that case, as a thanks for my kindness, can you buy me something at the restroom area? I haven't eaten yet.
I'll buy you anything you want. I just got to the nearest gas station from the house. Can you pick me up there?
I'll be right there.
Simon, what the hell's this? There are divorce papers in the living room.
You're finally home, huh? I'm at work, so you go ahead and get them out on your end. You can probably see, but I already signed my part. You can get it out as soon as you sign it too.
You didn't answer my question at all. Why are we suddenly getting divorced?
Because you neglect me. I don't need a wife like that anymore, so I'm divorcing you.
What?
For about 6 months, you've been away from home on weekends. You've been ungrateful to your husband. And now, you've gone to your parents' house for weeks and haven't come back. A woman who neglects her home even though she's a housewife deserves to be divorced. You took advantage of my kindness and did whatever you wanted, and now you're paying for it by getting a divorce.
Paying for it? I wasn't playing around, you know. What's wrong with taking care of your father who lives far away from you? Besides, this time, my father passed away, and I was just away for the funeral and cleaning up my parents' house.
Shut up! You've been my wife since the day I married you. It's your job to be a housewife and devote me 365 days a year, every hour of every day. And I've warned you repeatedly, and yet you keep talking back and neglecting me. A woman like that deserves to be abandoned by her husband.
Simon,
But if you really don't want a divorce, I might reconsider a little.
what? You mean you'll reconsider the divorce?
Yeah, if you change your attitude and promise to be good to me. If you promise to put me first no matter what from now on, I won't divorce you.
What?
To do that, you'll have to apologize to me first. Get down on your knees and apologize for neglecting your husband for weeks. And write a written apology letter, of course. Then, you swear right there and then that you'll put me first in your life from now on.
You're joking.
And also, I'm gonna need some extra allowance. Now that your dad's dead, you've inherited his assets, right? I have it directly, but I'll accept it from you in the form of an allowance. So, from this month on, my allowances will be $1,000 a month.
What? You think you can take my father's inheritance from me? You never once paid him a visit, and you didn't even come to his funeral.
Shut up! Whatever belongs to the wife belongs to the husband. The inheritance my wife inherited also belongs to her husband.
What the hell?
Hey, what's with the cocky attitude, huh? You don't have to listen to me if you don't want to. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to raise my allowance. In exchange, you'll get a divorce and get kicked out of this house.
Huh?
Go ahead, sign the divorce papers, and go submit it to the court. You only have two choices. Either divorce me or hang on to me. Well, you probably don't have the courage to divorce me. You're a miserable housewife who can only live by clinging on to me.
You've been saying really cocky things for the past couple of minutes just listening to you. That's enough. Treating me like I'm some kind of idiot.
Oh, what are you going to do about it? You're a housewife, and you're going to talk back to me? Then file for divorce and get out of here. I don't want a wife who treats her husband like crap. After you file the divorce papers, get the hell out of my house.
Huh? This is my house.
What?
So, I'll get the divorce papers, but you're the one who's leaving. Can you come get your stuff straight after work? I'll put everything outside, and you can take it and get out of my sight.
Oh, come on. What kind of a joke is this? That house is my house. The husband's house. Don't act like it's yours when you're only a housewife living on my salary.
Huh? I'll say it again, but this is my house. Maybe you should refresh your memory on who made the down payment on this house.
What?
Right before we bought this house, Simon, your company suddenly went bankrupt. That's why we almost gave up buying the house in tears. But then my father helped us with the down payment. I wonder when you will remember that we managed to buy the house thanks to him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Your dad put up a fair amount of down payment. In exchange, the deal was to make the owner of the house under your name. I'm glad you remembered all that.
My dad wanted to make that deal just in case something went wrong. And then you're saying there's no way we're getting a divorce. You were able to get a new job right away, and on top of that, your salary doubled. That's why you were able to pay back the loan and the down payment to my father right away.
Yeah, that was right, but I felt satisfied with that. And I forgot to change the owner to my name.
Now you know who should be the one getting kicked out of this house. Anyway, I'm off to filing the divorce papers.
Wait a minute. I understand who the owner of the house is, but you're going to go file for the divorce now? Are you saying you're okay with divorcing me?
Of course I'm okay. I don't need a pain-in-the-ass husband in my life. Thanks for signing divorce papers. Now I can go file them right away.
What? Wait a minute. Let's just calm down and reconsider.
What? What is there to reconsider?
I mean, you've been a housewife for years, so are you sure it's the right decision to get a divorce? You'll just be unemployed. You can't live without me. All you have to do is just take care of me. But you're an idiot for choosing divorce.
How rude of you. I have my future planned out already. Like you said, I inherited my father's assets. I have a house that's paid off and a good portion of my father's inheritance. I can survive on my own as long as I live modestly.
What? You inherited that much?
Of course, my father was able to put down a substantial amount of down payment even during tough times. Thankfully, I received quite a bit of money. Well then, I have to go to the court, so if you excuse me now.
Wait. There's no need to rush it. Getting a divorce means that you'll be all alone in the big house. Do you really think you can live your retired days alone in that big house? That's a lame reason to stop her. You're so pathetic, Dad. That's why Mom is divorcing you. What? Besides, Mom's retirement will be fine. I'm going to live with her and take good care of her. So, you don't have to worry and just leave. Son? Is this Kevin? I was just taking a break while I dropped Mom off at home. We laughed when we both found the divorce papers from you. Hey, what? You're laughing at your parents' divorce issue? If you're next door, why don't you stop Mom as soon as possible? What? Why? I'm all for divorce, so I don't want to stop her. What? Because it's definitely better to get a divorce from such a pathetic dad like you. Besides, I'll be able to come back to this house as soon as you leave. So, can you hurry up and leave for my sake? Kevin, you agree with our divorce? And you're telling me to leave? You're my son, and you're kicking your father out? Oh, and can you stop treating me like a son from now on? I want as little contact with you as possible from now on. Scratch that. I don't want anything to do with you after you get the divorce. What? So, I'll tell you in advance. Don't depend on me when you're old. I'll take complete care of Mom, but not you, Dad. I don't want to take care of a pathetic dad who looks down on his wife. Oh, come on. You're joking, right? You say that to your father, forgetting that I raised you all these years. I've been paying for your tuition and living expenses. That's your duty as a parent, and the only reason you were able to pay for my tuition is because Mom was supporting you. Don't talk like you're the only one who worked hard. What? Well, I guess it won't be that easy even if we break off our relationship. Even if something happens to you, I'll probably be the first one you call. So, please make sure you pass away as soon as possible so that I won't have to deal with you. I can't take care of you every time I'm off. How dare you say something like that to me? Tell me to die quickly because you don't want to take care of me? There are things you can and can't say as a human being. Huh? What are you mad at me for? You said the same thing to Mom, saying terrible things like when is Grandpa going to die? Oh no, you can arrogantly say things like that, right? I'm sure you can control the timing of when you die, so please disappear from this world before you cause any trouble to me. That's cruel. Well, I'm going home for now. I'm going to live with Mom in this house once you leave. So take your stuff and leave ASAP, okay? Please, Yuna, let me in the house. Don't tell me you're getting a divorce. Stay married to me. Oh my gosh, I feel like it's been so long since you've called me by my name. Usually it's hey or you. I'm sorry I've been so arrogant. You're the reason I've been able to do my job. I'll be grateful for that from now on, so please reconsider the divorce. What's wrong with you all of a sudden? You didn't need a wife like me anymore, right? You slapped me with divorce papers, and now you're asking me not to divorce you. Don't be so mean. And I'm sorry I couldn't go to your father's funeral. I'll come by the grave to give flowers. So, forgive me for everything and let me in. Absolutely not. Besides, I already filed for the divorce. What? Well, what am I supposed to do now?
I'm divorced from my wife, my son, and I lost my house. I'm left with nothing. Please don't leave me alone. You did all of this to yourself. Don't try to make things easy for you now.
Why are you being so cold? We've been married and together for decades. That house is filled with our happy memories too. Doesn't it hurt your heart to kick me out of the house?
Of course he won't. If anything, I have nothing but painful memories in this house with me.
What?
I've supported you as a housewife for many years, but you've always looked down on me, and when I say just the slightest complaint, and you bluster that I'm living off of your money. I have been married to you for decades. I have dozens of more painful memories than happy ones. I'm going to change that now. I'm determined to live freely and happily in this house for the rest of my life.
So please let me be next to you.
I'm not going to let you stay here, you idiot. I don't need a husband who doesn't care for his wife. If you want someone to take care of you, find a housekeeper. I will never take care of you again.
That's so cruel.
Anyway, get your stuff and get lost. If you stay any longer, I'll call my son Kevin to take you out. He's grown very strong in the short time I've seen him. He's been working out lately as a hobby, and he can carry 200 kilograms now. He could throw you to the ground with a single blow. Now get the hell out of here. After that, my husband moved somewhere else, hurried with his belongings. And soon after that, our son Kevin came back to live with me. He is now my great bodyguard. For the first few days, my ex-husband Simon stormed into our house several times. But each time, Kevin threw him out of the house. Now, he does not come near our house at all. Rumor has it that he has given up on getting back together with me, and has switched his direction to remarry another woman. However, as a result of his aggressive attack on a young girl at his workplace, he was soon demoted and transferred to a different location of the company. I heard that he has been sent to the countryside somewhere far away, and that he will never come back to the headquarters again. Now, I can enjoy living in peace with my son.